This is part 1 of Woom by Duncan Ralston. This was a 3-hour listen on Audible, so it was a nice kind of easy book to get through. Wow. The story is absolutely insane, and let's get into it. So we go to the motel. Our main character, his name is Angel, he goes to room 6. Opens the door, he's been there before. This is a usual thing for him, it's therapeutic. Room 6 has a lot of memories for him. A lot of things has happened in this room that bring a sense of comfort. Angel is kind of an off guy. Keeps to himself, he goes into the room, shuts the door, and the first thing he says to himself out loud is, "Hi, Mom." He's alone in this room. Locks the door, puts down his stuff, he has a little suitcase, he doesn't even unpack it, he lays it on the ground, and he goes onto the bed, curls up in the fetal position, and lays there for quite some time. He is absorbing the emotions and essence of the room and how many times he's been there, and just feeling the emotions. This is a very, again, therapeutic. This is allowing him to feel feelings that he doesn't feel outside of this motel. It's a safe space for him. But also, a lot of these emotions bring an onset of violent nausea, so he runs to the bathroom and vomits. Something in these memories triggered an illness in him, and after expelling that, he goes back to the bed, lays down, picks up the phone. He calls a escort service. Ladies of the night. Sass workers. Now, he's done this before. This is a usual thing for him. And at first I was a little worried because I thought it was going to be a dirty book, but this was something else. He calls up the service, and the dispatcher asks what he's looking for. And he just says, "I want you to bring me your biggest girl. I don't care about what she looks like. I just want her big." And she's just like, "Can do. Send me your location." And he's like, "Room 6 at the blah blah motel." Excellent. And within about 45 minutes, he hears a huffing and a puffing outside the door, and he's like, awesome. Now, weight doesn't really have anything to do with it, because he doesn't care about attractiveness. Shyla came to the door, he let her in, and she's, tries to be presentable, like, "Hey, I'm Shyla, thanks for having me over." And Angel just acknowledges her like a human being. He sticks out his hand, and he's like, "I'm Angel," shakes her hand, and she seemed kind of like off-put by this. A handshake to a working girl? Feels too formal. Something's off. So she goes into the bedroom and expects things to get down to business immediately. But Angel says, "I know you're expecting something to happen, but the way I like to go about these situations is take a seat, get comfortable. I would like to ask you a couple questions." It's just formalities, and I use this as kind of a therapeutic moment, if you will. I like to get to know people first. Shyla's red flags are like going all over the place. She's like, "I've never had this experience before, and I've had like some experiences. Something's up." So a brief description about Angel. His height, pretty basic, probably like 5'10", 5'11". Decent build, he's not huge, he's not super skinny, he's just like generic. He's mixed ethnicity of African American and white, but he's a lighter skin. He is balding, but he shaves his head so it's very smooth. He seems to be hairless, so he doesn't have a lot of hair on him. It sounds weird, but that plays a part. And he's got this very distinct scar that stretches down his face. He seems to be a little self-conscious about some of his features, but that is why his interactions are very personal and not super public. And Shyla clocked this immediately. He seemed a bit kind of nerdy, kind of quiet, but she knows like the nerdier and more quiet the guys, the more self-conscious and easygoing they are. So she feels a form of safety, but she's keeping an eye on it. Now, unfortunately, we live in a society that is very disgraceful towards people with larger bodies, or normal bodies with weight on them. Shyla is a big girl, but she's fucking gorgeous in this book. She does her makeup all night, she has beautiful blonde hair that she dyes. Like, she takes care of herself. Yeah, she is large in the book, but that's not the point of the book. Luckily, this book doesn't focus on the hatefulness that a lot of things that I have listened to and read, um, like the language they use when they talk about people with weight gain or obesity. Like, it was very respectful, which is really nice because the language used around Shyla is like she's a human being, and that is how Angel views her. She's a woman. Doesn't matter to him. She is a working girl. Doesn't matter to him. The way Angel views Shyla in this moment is neither repulsion or attraction. She just is. She's a vessel. She's a human being with a soul, a body, and she lives on this planet, and she is here in his company to answer his questions. Like, she's there. She's expecting him to be creepy and overtly wanting things done, but he does not seem like that at all. And Shyla expects to get to work immediately, but by him just being like, just sit with me and talk with me, and then we'll like get to some stuff, but just be here and be present. She's kind of like, oh, okay, I guess we'll get comfortable.